All right, welcome back to another modern AmuLIT league. We're playing Oko in the main deck today. It's a list trying to make sure that we can, get some value out of this stupid card that is taking over literally every format in Magic. So this is the second league. If you want to watch the first league, you can do so in the link in the description down below. And yeah, it's getting ready for the first match. Yeah, that sounds good. Proggers. Nice. Nice. I like that. Playing against Poison Mo 265. Some people sometimes have like the most random usernames. I wonder like where they kind of come from. Tularia West is a Titan at some point, hopefully. That's kind of like the only thing that we're missing here. Wait, no land? No, yeah. Like, keeping no land very modern can be rough. Nice. So let's start. Whoops. Let's start here. Let's play my AmuLIT first. See if this resolves. It could get spell pierced, I guess. It doesn't. Okay, so we're gonna steerings for another Tularia West, which is my second blue source. I'm game. So next turn we contribute. Opponent's playing polluted delta dot deck. Let's see what they get here. Watery Grave, Shock, and paying costs. Scour Me. Okay. Seems aggro. Seems aggressive. So I'm going to assume that my opponent's playing some kind of deck that uses the card Drawn the Lock. And Bojuki Bog being randomly discarded there, it's kind of a bad beat for us. Play a Susa. They can drown this if they want, and I'm okay with that. Do you have a link to my band's music? Yeah. It's in Spotify. The name of the band is The Evenfall. This is the album cover. And that's the only album we released. Yeah, so Drawn the Lock here. But this is actually fine, because, yeah. This now means that we don't get owned by... Like, my opponent's gonna need another Drawn the Lock to... Ha, nice. To destroy, to kill my... To counter my Summon Respect. Is it an Amazon Music? I actually don't know. Like, we released the album like 5 years ago, 6 years ago. When was it? 2015. So it's been a while, and so maybe like Amazon Music wasn't really a thing back then. Nice. Just immediately show them so they know, you know. I think I'm gonna do Gemstone here. Opponent just concedes. Okay, so they're playing some like bug control stuff. So we definitely want this. We definitely want these. And And probably Colossus is just so bad against what's his name, against Oko. I'm gonna expect Ashiok, so that's why I'm bringing in the other explosives. Take this out, take Ghost Squatter, Castle, and Castle. If I see Damping Sphere, then I'm gonna make a switch, and I'm gonna take out one of the bounce lands instead of the castle. And let's do this. But yeah. Let's put this over here. Yeah, actually, let's make a command. Add the even fall. There we go. Sweet. Do we want to keep this against some kind of control deck? I kind of do. My point is to figure out their stops. Turn 1 Inquisition would be annoying. I think it would be fine. Yeah, it's just fine. What would it take in meta changes for High Mind to be really good again? You would need for Once Upon a Time to get unprinted. If that's a thing that can be done. Because for as long as Once Upon a Time remains printed, that is probably gonna be better than High Mind under the vast majority of circumstances. Draws definitely have not been helping us. You misspelled evenful. Oh, whoops. There we go. Turn 3 Yoko. Alright. Can we have our own Oko? I just turned my opponent's food into a 3-3. Hey. Asusa would be probably the best draw here. I mean, I guess so. Two can play this game, opponent. Two can play this game. Liliana of the Veil. Alright, yeah, so I'm definitely going to be sideboarding much differently for game 3. Discarding Fatal Push, because they have a Tassiger. Huh, okay. Definitely going to be sideboarding much differently. Like, whenever I see Liliana, Baloth definitely comes in. Explosives would be kind of nice here. In fact, I think I'm going to be transmuting for explosives here. We can play explosives on 3. Nice. Good to know about that one. We're probably going to be pitching... This forces Liliana minus. I really don't want to discard this turn. If my opponent drew one of their counter magic, that's fine, c'est la vie, but food down. Hopefully they didn't draw like a Cryptic or a Drown in the Lock or something like that. They make it food. They kill the Oko and 3 at me. 1 untap land would be nice. Okay, so we're gonna name Giant here. And we're gonna attempt 2 explosives for 3. Please resolve. Sick. Alright. I guess I should have waited until after they activate, because they're gonna activate Tassigard end step. So I should... Oh, or maybe not. Alright, any untap source would be the best draw. Untap source, another explosives. We're effectively just doing this to gain 3. Blow up the food. You may have an Inquisition of Kozilek. Alright. Inquisition's gonna take my pact. I'm not gonna be able to pact in response, unfortunately. So if they have a Thoughtseize here, I'm screwed, but we're looking good here otherwise. And smartly, I did not slide away my Radiant Fountain. So we're not really dying to this Tassigre. Field of the Dead and Boros Garrison. Yeah, Cavern's great. Cavern is so stupidly good. So we're definitely getting Field, and I guess we're getting Bojugi Bog to bog myself. Because I don't want to get a bounce land yet. Ha! Had the read. Oh. Yeah, I guess that you can get an Inquisition? Is Inquisition better than Tarmogoyf? Yeah, Inquisition's better for them. Better for me, I guess. Yeah. So now we just get some zombies. And Drown the Lock is a dead draw for them, which is actually one of the things that can get them back into the game, because it's a way to answer this Primeval Titan pretty easily. They're gonna get to Inquisition away my Azusa. But that's fine. Yeah, you probably don't want to attack with against. You don't want to attack at my 6/6. Yeah, my main phase activation is basically the same as conceded the game. So now they have 2 Inquisitions. Yeah, in fact, like I don't think that playing like all of these cards are so much better than Inquisition. Like I'm giving you the Inquisition, right? So clearly I have like whatever I have is worth it to me to for it to get Inquisition. So I don't understand why my opponent just doesn't hold Inquisition in hand. Like now the next Tasigur activation is also going to be very bad. So they take 6. Stellaria, transmute, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Summoner's Pact, Summoner's Pact. Primeval, Titan, 1 in conceits. Alright. Starting off with a 2-0 victory. Feels good, feels good. Actually, I'm starting to wonder if maybe it was correct for my opponent to just basically ignore Dioko. Like I would have been at 4 life less if they had attacked me when they attacked Dioko instead. It's interesting. It's interesting. Like maybe it was correct for my opponent to just like not even attack, not even swing at Dioko. Since like basically I am answering it myself, right? Okay, we're just gonna keep this hand. It's kind of greedy, but it's fine. Concealed courtyard. Wow. I guess I think it's better to play around Ghost Quarter or something, you know? Please don't have an Arbiter. That's a Scholar. That's actually pretty bad for me. They can take my Azusa now. Yep. It's kind of a big deal. This is gross. I need to play this. Like, if they have a Strangler, I get super wrecked. But I have to play this out. If they have Land Strangler, I'm just going to be very far behind. It's not like I just lose on the spot or anything. It's just I'm going to be very far behind. Alright, that's good. That's fine. That we can do. Sure, we take 2. Nice. Actually, this costs 2, so we're not going to be able to Titan this turn. That's still fine. We're going to get to Titan next turn. My opponent can't really stop me. Unless they have, like, Endless Turn Scholar into... Like, I don't know. Like, Thought Knot or something. So we take 6. So we're going to be able to do this even through an Arbiter. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Well, that's an F6 if I ever saw one. Field of Dead. Radio Fountain. Yeah, sure. I just don't want to get cheesed out of nowhere. Maybe I should have gone into Larry West there. It's fine. Defenses are up now. Opponent draws a second Eldrazi Temple. This looks like GG's to me. Pro black and pro green, just to sneak 2 points of damage through. That sounds like such a bad deal for my opponent. Yeah, we're done here. We're done. Oh, you can sure. Yeah, you can displace whatever you want. That's cool. So they do have one displacer activation though. We're gonna get to go squatter them twice, which will blank the displacer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Play land. I'm gonna bounce this. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They can displace their own arbiter, but then we just pay again. It's just, it doesn't matter. It literally does not matter. Is there something that just seals the deal? Something I can transmute forward that just seals the deal? So I'm going to it. I should have gotten Stronghold, by the way. I'm just playing loose. Like this, there's no way my opponent can sneak this game away from me. Guess I'm gonna get some more life. Swing. Yes. I definitely want to bounce on in hand. Another Artillery West, whatever. Play another Scout. Say go. We gain life, we can make zombies, we can do whatever we want. Field of the Dead is so broken. Yeah, I mean, it's just my opponent's deck is bad more than Field of the Dead is broken. Like, I think that Modern, like, these decks were actually fine at some point. Like, these were legit decks at some point. But, like, Modern has so moved past what my opponent's deck is doing. It's not even funny. Yeah, I just go down to 9. Like, I don't know what my opponent's end game is here. I don't understand what they're trying to do. What are they doing? They're blinking a zombie. You probably wanted to pay for Arbiter there, opponent. And now we're going to main phase, go squatter the temple. So now, if my opponent wants to, like, they can flicker my Titan, but then AmuLIT untaps it, and then I just get the haste land. So it's fine. Like I don't understand what my opponent's trying to do, honestly. Like this game is very done. I don't understand why we're still here. I'm just going to chump attack with zombies. Like that's how far ahead I am. Yeah, there we go. Finally, they like this. That game had been done for like 3 or 4 turns already, but I don't know. Rex Sage for sure. Excavator and Tracker are excellent. Take this out. Take this out. Take this out. Scout is actually very good in this matchup. So is Asusa. Ball can come out. Cavern out. Bounce lands are nice. Castle is nice. I'm honestly considering just taking out one of the Tularia Wests because of Arbiter. Like, it's just so bad against Arbiter. Miss, do you think you'll be playing Oko moving forward? Or is it just I'm just testing it out, Freezer. It could be good. I honestly don't know. Like, it definitely looked good in the Shadow matchup, that's for sure. Definitely looked good in the Shadow matchup. It was just like medium everywhere else, medium plus maybe. Well, actually, 128 lands. Never mind. We're just shaving some cantrips against the Asusa deck. Against the Thalia deck, my bad. Summoner's Fact is super clunky. I could see bringing in Force of Vigor too. Maybe just the one copy. Let's do this. This hand looks pretty good. So we're going to keep it. Vile. Oko the Vile. That's value. We definitely need a blue source here. Yes, that doesn't do anything. Huh, okay. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna bounce the bounce land here. The Ghost Quarter is not gonna allow me to like make progress, and I'd rather just make my land drops here. Giver. Okay. My opponent's draw is pretty close to like the nuts for their deck. Not complaining about that play. Not complaining about that play either. We're not gonna be able to Oko here, unfortunately. Gonna play out the blue source. It's not very likely for my opponent to go squatter this. 2. Yeah, that's fine. Huh. To be fair, we might get got by a mind sensor here. Just want to throw that out there. We might get got by a mind sensor. We don't. Sweet. Simic plus Rot Farm. This way we get to Oko as well. We play around Path to Exile. Bounce 1. Bounce 2. Play Oko. Yeah. Displacer, sure. I guess they can displace their own Aether Vial, which is cute. Yeah, I mean, it basically resets it, but I mean, they still have the Vial now. Well, I guess we're displacing that thing now. Do you have a Path to Exile? Disenchant my AmuLIT. Alright, so I can give them an Azusa and steal a Displacer and start displacing their stuff. Is that too cute? Or is that just awesome? Oh, I guess that they can protect with Giver, so never mind. So what we do is we ilk this first. Opponent does nothing. So we play second Oko. And we ilk the Displacer. Keep this one. Ilk this. I'm very happy trading this for my Titan. Yes. Semi-Growth Chamber, Field of the Dead. Bounce Stellaria. This is fine, we trade 2 for 1. After getting shit ton of value, we still have an Oko in play, we have an Azusa. We found ourselves in the same situation as before, where we're just like absurdly far ahead. And just simply perplexed at why my opponent hasn't conceded yet. Fatal Push, sure. I'll get my free zombie. Only very specific hands from that deck beat you as the AmuLIT player. Like I feel so advantaged in that matchup. When people tell me that they struggle is 100% because of inexperience. I don't mean it in a bad way. Like I got by arbiters like a fair amount, right? But I mean it as a like after I've played that matchup so many times, I feel so advantaged. It's just a very easy matchup. Yeah, because they just get you a bunch of different ways. Like that's what their deck does. It's just a cute deck that just gets you sometimes. Um, it's not like an overall powerful deck. So if you know which ways your opponent can get you and you prevent them from getting you those ways, then you're probably gonna win. Arbiter is the only card that you worry about from the deck. Yeah, sometimes sometimes they have other cards that might mess you up, like Thalia sometimes, and like Sculler can be an issue. But if you know what they can do, like if you know how they can mess you up, it's very easy to play around that stuff. Also, Flicker Whiff is kind of a big deal, and we're gonna ship this hand, and we're gonna keep this hand. Bottoming the redundant Azusa. If we find an untap sword, this is a turn 2. Temple Garden turn 1. Hopefully it's not a Devoted Druid. AmuLIT. Play land. I don't think I'm gonna get greedy. Like we have a Suicide in hand already. So I think I'm simply going to Steerings here. See what we find. We find the Tolaria West. So this allows me to do all my things with with Pact of Negation backup. I guess my opponent could be on Bant Spirits, and maybe I shouldn't have played out the second amulet. It seems like they are on some kind of spirits deck. If they have Deputy of Detention, then I'm gonna be in trouble. But that's literally the only way I get got. And I doubt that they play more like 1 or 2 deputies, so playing around it, it's... Not playing around it is probably the correct line anyway. Hopefully now they tap out for a Devoted Druid, and we can just lethal them very easily. Also, being able to do my thing before they get to company mana seems actually quite important. Field of Ruin. Huh. So they might actually be on the banned control list. So I guess this forces the action. Yeah. They field me now. I get a basic forest. I'm gonna Once Upon a Time. And I'm going to look for a bounce land here. Nice. And actually, I think I'm going to bounce the field because with double Amulet, this actually nets me mana. The bad thing is that now we can't transmute. Ugh. Let's see if my opponent goes for it. They don't have Cryptic mana. They might have... So they know about this, so I'm going to play these first. They will probably field me. Yep. What's this? I can feel my opponent's fear. I was considering transmuting for Pact of Negation, but that is exactly why I didn't. That is exactly why I did not. Third Amulet, PogChamp. Yeah. For real, right? 1, 2, 3. Play this. We're gonna Titan Chain here. We can play around 2 Path to Exiles, which is nice. We can also play around Force, which is also nice. Tolaria West. Go to Rot Farm. We didn't need the third amulet, but it's kind of nice. Feels good. Float. Float. Why transmute for Cavern? Like, it's like my opponent, I have so much mana, I'm just easily able to transmute for all the Titans that I want. Just cast them. Like, we still have mana to like transmute for another Summoner's Pact, playing around Force of Negation. And Like there's no counter magic in Modern that my opponent could be playing main deck that stops me here. I'm not playing around main deck the same full stroke, right? So transmitting for cavern doesn't really make much sense. We're gonna get to haste 3 of the Titans. One, two, three. Let's transmute. Another Summoner's Pact. Cast another Summoner's Pact. For another Primeval Titan, cast another Primeval Titan. This one's gonna haste all the boys. Stronghold. 1 and 2. 1. Oh, that's right. I had Field of the Dead going. Sweet. We also get field value. Cool. Float mana. Haste Titan. Float mana. Haste Titan. Float mana. Haste Titan. And I can even bounce the Stronghold and replay it, and this allows me to play around 2 Path to Exiles. I guess it only allows me to play around 1. No, it allows me to play around 2, yeah. It allows me to play around 2 because they path 1, they path 2, and the remaining Titan just gets Vesuva and Sandhome, and that I copy the Borders Garrison, I activate again, so I turn the Titan into a 10 power creature, and just like only one Titan getting through, it's 20 anyway, so it's fine. So we're able to play around all the counter magic there for the max feels goods. So I don't know. My opponent seems to be on like that snow control deck that's been popping up now. I am not very experienced against the deck. We played against it 3 times when I streamed the other day. When I streamed the Karn version, and I think we beat it every single time. Like the matchup definitely feels very good. But my sideboarding in that matchup is not particularly polished. So which matchups do we not want Oko? Any matchup that's fast. Although I guess you kind of do want Oko against stuff like Infect and Storm. At least it's an answer to their stuff. So maybe you just want Oko in literally every matchup. Let's go with something like this. Depending on what my opponent shows me, I might bring in the second explosive. Sure. This hand's not very good, but like we have AmuLIT on 1, which is nice. And we already have the Cavern in hand, which is also very, very nice. Summoner's Pact is a Pact of Negation. I mean, it's kind of awkward in the opener, but it's okay. I'm basically playing this out because if my opponent wants to like Field of Ruin this, I can just Excavator it back. So it's kind of nice. If this is a Stoneforge Damping Sphere, yeah, that one doesn't really matter. That one doesn't really matter. My hand is very well suited to to face Stamping Sphere. We still need something like an AmuLIT or whatever, like an Asusa or whatever, to like speed us up a little bit. Be just like naturally drawing our and playing our lands. It's looking pretty good here. Also, if they oh yeah, I was gonna say if they miss a land drop, that's kind of a massive deal. Tracker would be great here. That's not good. I could play this guy just to pressure Teferi. Like, I'm not excited about it, but if I draw a Titan, I'm probably just gonna win. Wow. Okay. Alright, so now if I draw a Titan, I definitely just win. Bant's no controls, aka design mistake of 2019, the deck. That is hilarious. And it's so true. It's not even. It's actually not so funny because it's just very true. All right, so yeah, if we draw a Titan, we just straight up win here. Can we draw a Titan? No, we just draw the worst card in the deck. Damn, we do have a lot of cards that we can draw. We do have a lot of freaking cards that we can draw here. So they drew a path. Yeah, my opponent's starting to. They are starting to pull away, like slowly but surely. If they had a counter spell, they should have probably countered that. Of course, I'm not exposing my cavern. My opponent showed me Field of Ruin. And with this cavern trigger, I'm probably going to get double Field of the Dead. Not being able to convert this Pact of Negation is a little bit annoying. But it's fine. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so they probably have a Wrath. It's a lot of freaking value they're getting over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something good? Nope, another blank. Another blank. I think that getting double field is just better than getting. Like, at this point, I expect my opponent to have multiple pieces of counter magic, so trying to chain Titans does not seem like a smart move. So I'm simply going to go the zombie route and start spitting out zombies and make my opponent deal with those. I might want Ghost Squatter if we go to game 3. Like, if my opponent shows me Cryptic and they start like looping Cryptics, the way to stop the Cryptic loop is with either Bojuka Bog or Mystic Sanctuary. That's a path. That sucks, but it's what it is. Instant Speed Wrath is also kind of very annoying. Snapcaster. They can minus under Snappy for value. Oof. Poggers. They kept the card on top too. There's a Field of Ruin. Instant Speed Wrath with the Fairy, it's also a possibility that my opponent has access to, and it's super annoying actually because of Stronghold and Gemstone and the other Gemstone, I would be able to haste the Titan, haste the zombie if I wanted to, so I could clock the Jace or the Teferi. But the fact that my opponent thinks the Teferi can Wrath and instant speed narrows my options significantly. Come on, OP. Come on. Come on. How are they 5 minutes behind on clock? It's crazy. Also, my Wrapping App is gone, which is kind of, yeah, so this basically means instant speed Wrath. They balance their Snappy and they. Or just the main phase Wrath for no reason. It's also fine for me. I guess I didn't want to discard to hand size. We're gonna. Sure. We're gonna find a bit. Oh, they have 2 astrolabes. Okay. So I know that they have a path, don't they? 4, 5, 6. So we're definitely gonna, first of all, we're gonna Vesuva, the Field of the Dead, and then we're gonna find the Tolaria West. I guess that we can find the Bojuki Bog actually. So we're gonna do Vesuva, Bojuki Bog. Vesuva is gonna copy the Field of the Dead. Bog is gonna bog them. Now we got more Sombos. Oh, they minus to bounce. That makes sense. So now we're gonna haste one of the zombies. And I think I'm gonna attack the Teferi actually. I guess I'm gonna attack the Jace. They can throw a snap under the bus or they can path my zombie. Ugh, they have the Quaddle. That beats. Yeah, Quaddle's very good here. It's a perfectly dispensable threat. This card is such a joke. I feel like the card would be significantly more reasonable if it were the other way around. Right? Like it would be much more manageable if you can just like play sorceries at instant speed. That's like the static, and then until your next turn, your opponent can only cast spells anytime they could cast a sorcery. Like that would be so much more manageable. It would even be a reasonable card instead of like this absurdity. Oko, Thief of Crowns. Sure. Create a food token. Okay, so my opponent has another instant speed Wrath. And I continue drawing blank pieces of cardboard. Cryptic tap, draw. Okay. Yep, my cards don't do anything because of this, so I'm just gonna pass. It's basically play these Science Victory Lap. Oh my. 2019 has been a rough year for Magic. And Jace. 2019 plus Jace. That's the name of my opponent's deck, basically. Make another food. Okay, okay. I do expect them to also have like multiple like forces of negations and stuff. The Stinful Stroke, definitely a good one to know about. We're gonna bulk here, so if my opponent has a Snapcaster, they need to use it now. Exactly, there we go. Like playing Field did, but I think maybe belongs into the same mistakes too. Yeah, probably. No, I think that the control matchup is actually very interesting. Like this control matchup would be much more interesting if this card weren't in play, though. Like that is the problem. It's not like playing control matchup sucks. Like I actually do really enjoy a lot playing control matchups. What? Uh uh, that's what happened. Honestly, I totally forgot. I had totally forgotten that Dapping Sphere. Like, I didn't try to bait my opponent. I mean, this was definitely like the correct line anyway, right? Because it forces my opponent to do stuff main phase. But like, I like I didn't actually think about it. Now that it's happened, it makes a lot of sense. That's hilarious. But so classic 0% chance that I noticed that. I mean, it's kind of the problem. Like there's so much stuff going on. Like even I missed it. And trust me, I played against Dumping Sphere a fair amount. But it's just one of those things that like there's so many things going on that it's definitely easy to like lose track or something. That was hilarious though. Damping Sphere winning AmuLIT game. Classic. We should play Damping Sphere in our sideboard, guys. How do you think about how do you feel about that? uh just bring in the Damping Sphere against the Snapcaster decks. Sounds like a great plan. Um we can do better. This is better. We're gonna throw the Sun Home back in there. And I'm gonna play Steerings because I really need to resolve this. Sweet, that's exactly what I was looking for. I was playing around discard spell there, that's why I sequenced that way. We're not gonna get to turn 2 AmuLIT. There's no combination that allows us to, but the Listener Elf. Uh-oh. Creating the Mirror for Storm. Exactly, Rotarok. That is exactly what I'm talking about. Ugh. Super punished. Well, if we don't die right now, we're probably going to win this game, actually. However, we might probably die right now. Just going to have 6 here. Do you have it? Oko can show his power in this matchup? Yes, certainly so. Certainly so. And we're gonna be able to, thanks to the Azusa, we're gonna be able to play the Yoko even through Spellbeers. Why is my opponent slow? Like they just have it. Why are they slow rolling me like this? This is so mean. This is a mean slow roll from my opponent. Yeah, no blocks. Hey! I guess we didn't die. So now we're gonna have a blocker and an Oko. Maybe they had a Vines. That would explain it. Should we play around Piers? I think I'm going to. Probably the 1 extra mana is not gonna matter as much. Plus on that one. So they do have Divines here, or Blossoming Defense or whatever. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Rancor? Or no? Distortion Strike. Oh. Alright, it didn't matter. Might as well get afford try to get the free info there, like we're actually just dead on the stack right now, so. So basically nothing that we did would have mattered that game. Literally nothing we could have done about it. Like we were just gonna die. We were just simply going to die. Rex Sage and Force. Oh well. We tried. We tried. So we're gonna play T West on 1. Turn 2, we're gonna go AmuLIT into Scout. On the third turn, we're probably gonna be able to transmit for something, maybe. But we can't really we can't really mulligan that much in this matchup. Like, it's not that we can mulligan into interaction. We just don't have that much interaction to begin with, so. I guess I could pierce my AmuLIT. That would probably be a good reason to lead on Castle instead. If this AmuLIT gets pierced, that's all sorts of trouble for us. Like, this is what's giving me a shot in this game. If this AmuLIT gets pierced, then we're probably just gonna lose. Yep. Feels bad, man. Could have played around this. I don't think I should play around it though. Yeah, okay. So I don't have any ETB untapped lands. The only way for me to create an ETB untapped land, I guess, is if I copy my opponent's forest with the Vesuva. Which I think is what I'm going to do. Can create like a virtual ETB untapped land. But like bouncing my castle. And I could have stared there, but that seems too greedy to me. Like, I feel like I need to play out the Scout there. And Pendleton is like the best card for them to have here. That's like the absolute best card that they could have, because it allows them to well, I guess Noble Hierarchy is kind of the same thing, but it allows them to like threaten way more damage and basically blanking my chump blocks, which is kind of a big deal. I'm gonna see what they do? At this point, I'm feeling pretty desperate for an explosives or something. Oh, they just have lethal? Oh, they just want to force me to chump. Unfortunately, that's gonna work, because unfortunately for me, that's if they wanted to force me to chomp, they're gonna get it, because like there's way too many cards that kill me right here. I don't think I can afford to just take 7. Seems way too risky. But dismember in response or something? All right. So even if I find an amulet or something like that, I think it's actually better for me to once upon here, because I might find another scout. And if I do, yeah, I kind of have to pick it over everything else. Here we're gonna bounce the castle, because again it's the only ETB untapped land that we have now. Actually, we can cast the Titan next turn if we don't die and we miraculously just naturally draw the Titan. Man, this matchup is so rough. Now this coming turn, actually I can steerings. Like if they do the same thing, they just play scale up on this guy. Then yeah, they do. So I need to chomp again. They even do it before before even like activating Pendlehaven. They're just like, yep, I'm gonna chomp this guy now. Like, yep, I guess I am. I guess I am. Try whatever, sure. That's an Azusa. Alright. Steerings. So out of all these cards, so I guess I'm gonna get the gems, the cavern. Maybe they're playing the Sinful Stroke, I don't know. Play this. Yeah, so I guess the correct sequencing is to play the castle untapped right now and then play this. So next turn, my opponent, if they do the same play, we can chomp the elf and we can explosives for 1. That's a blighted agent. That's a problem. We can cast Titan here though. Yeah, I'm chomping there because I'm kind of all in on this Primeval Titan. I'm feeling pretty dead though. This is my Titan. So we're definitely getting T-West, and I think it's just another T-West. They drew a card. Yeah, like there's really nothing I can really do here. Ghost Quarter doesn't do anything, so we just do this. If we get to untap, I can transmute, play for one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use 1, 2, 3, 4 to pay for Pact, 3 to transmute, 1 floating, explosives, played for 2, crack kits with I have to fetch for an untap source with prime time. Yep, I think I'm just dead. Yep. It is what it is. It is what it is. For those of you wondering why Infect is a terrible matchup for AmuLIT, how that game just played out, every game plays out. I actually kind of like this hand. It is what it is, and it's an 80% win rate. Yeah, I mean, classic AmuLIT. Yeah, keep. Copperline Gorge into Shriekhorn. Scout into Pass to You. Gast, not very threatening. Alright. I was kind of a whiff on those Shriekhorn activations, so that's good for us. Haggle. So they're gonna Dredge here. Dark Blast. Okay, that's a bad one for them to show me there. So Dark Blast and Loam. Where's this stupid thing? Just F6. So Dark Blast and Loam. So they're probably gonna blast my Scout here. Just kind of a beating. They probably have like 1 or 2 Dark Blast in the 60, but they just randomly found it. Creepy Chill is fine. Another Creepy Chill. That one's a little bit less fine. They do have it on flag already in the yard. Yeah, so we need to draw something here, otherwise we're dead next turn. Now they have Cave ×2 and Stomping Ground. So now we go down to 10 on the attack. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that Dredge is just fine right now. I mean, it's gonna kill me here, right? Because if that conflagrate. I guess, no, it is. It is gonna kill me. I'm 1 turn short of being able to keep up. 1 turn too slow. Exactly 1 turn too slow. feels bad, man. Yep. 3 chills in the top 4 turns. Maybe they will miss lethal. Huh? Huh? If they do miss lethal, then we're pretty much guaranteed to win otherwise. Oh no, they didn't miss lethal. All right. So some of this, and this. Yeah, yeah. They drew the 1 of Dark Blast, or maybe it's a 2 of. I'm honestly not sure. They drew the 1 or 2 of Dark Blast, and we just had a hand that was actually kind of heavily hit by it. Because if I had been playing around Dark Blast, which again I don't think I should, especially game 1. If I had been playing around Dark Blast and I wouldn't have played a Scout, then that would have delayed my opponent's dredges for 1 turn. Because when they discarded the thing, they would have been able to dredge, but then they would have not been able to dredge again. Because like I put the dredge in the Dark Blast in their graveyard, basically, right? Like I gave them a target. But I still think that you should not play around Dark Blast, especially game 1 against Dredge. This is a very solid hand. We're looking for bounce land here, obviously. And if we found it, we're kind of off to the races. If we fail to find it, then I guess we're at least 5 cards closer. Looking at the bright side, I guess. All right. Bounce land. Sweet. Breeding Pool. Shock. Cast AmuLIT. This allows me to Azusa on 2. My opponent moved to 5, I think. Unless they have Thoughtseize. We should be doing pretty well. Actually, that is kind of unfortunate that we drew the bog. Oh wow! My opponent's gonna allow me to get value. That's such a punt. Wow. By getting F6 value, they just allowed me to get value from this bog for no reason. That's pretty brutal. That's pretty brutal for them. Now they're kind of forced into killing this Azusa with the conflagrate. Yep. So Summoner of Spact wins here. Vesuva wins. Maybe we find another Azusa. It's a Scout. Instead of getting the Scout here, I'm just gonna get a Gemstone Mine. I'm just gonna play the Gemstone, and then I'm gonna Titan them next turn. like my opponent does not seem to have much left. So they're gonna Dredge Loam here. They're gonna get triple Amalgam, which is a fair amount of value, like if they manage to capitalize on it. And if they don't have a Thoughtseize, I can very easily outpower a bunch of Amalgams. Outpower, overpower. That's more of a word, I guess. Yeah, so they're gonna haggle again. They're doing this because they might they're gonna dredge the loam again, and they might find a Bloodghast, which they don't. Yeah, so this is basically game. And I feel very smart for not I feel very smart for not taking the scout, because they would have been able to dredge the blast. So they have Mire, Gorge, Mine. This should prompt a concession. Vesuva to copy Vichkibog and Radiant Fountain, sure. We're not gonna trigger zombies here, but like it doesn't matter. Like my opponent can't win anymore. Exactly. Okay. Game 3. I don't think we want to change anything. All right. Last game of the stream. Ugh. Can't keep this one, unfortunately. This one is okay. What do we bottom, though? Do I bottom Scout? I feel like... It's either Scout or AmuLIT. So do I want to play around Dark Blast, or do I want to play around Agent Grudge? Scout does have the higher upside. Any bounce land allows me to cast Titan. So I don't think I can ship the Once Upon a Time. My opponent's asking me how's the deck. Deck's been great. I stream a lot. You can check out a bunch of content there. Ursa matchup has felt quite positive. Just search for follows Twitch or follows MTG in YouTube. Shameless self-promotion, the best kind. Man, this one is actually very hard. So the reason why I'm tanking so hard on this is that Scout actually, if it survives, it allows me for a turn 3 Titan, which AmuLIT does not. Unless I top deck exactly... Unless I find Bounce Land plus Azusa. Like both of them. But with my current mana situation, this Scout actually, with a single Bounce Land, it enables me to turn 3 Titan. My opponent did show me again that they have Dark Blast in their deck. Man, this one is super hard. Yeah, I think I just have to bottom AmuLIT just because the upside of the Scout is so high. Feels super weird, but I think it is correct. Him before Ghost Knife, small price to pay for another follower. Yeah, I don't really care about ghosting, especially in leagues. It's just like, I don't know. It's just like, if you are like, if you have as little self respect as to ghost somebody, it's just like, it's fine. And I appreciate that you're watching the stream. You know, that's kind of the way that I feel about it. Nice. Nothing happened. Don't worry about it. That was kind of a stinker, actually. I'm gonna get the T-West. I think I still lead on Scout here. Yes, it enables my opponent's Dark Blast. I know, that sucks. And they have it even? Oh, they don't. Okay, cool. Alright, so if they don't have it, then of course this is... like, we're actually looking very good here. Yeah. So I'm gonna play the Tolaria West here. And the Breeding Pool end step. And if the Scout continues to live, then we're gonna have a turn 3 Titan. With AmuLIT even. Yeah, you see? I knew it! I knew that I should have bottomed the AmuLIT. I feel so smart. I feel so smart right now. Play tight, get rewarded, etc, etc. And I already played my tapped source because I was playing around exactly what just happened. Good times. Play this. Play castle. And they can see it. Alright. Double 4 and 1. Oko was not horrendous, actually. Oko was definitely not horrendous. Like, I'm not sure that it was better than like the other stuff that we could have been doing, which is the same thing that I thought last time. But like against the Shadow match, for sure, it was very good. Against the Shadow matchup, which was like the last match that we played in the previous league, it was very good. It was reasonable in the control deck. Good card is not bad news at 10. Kind of, right? But yeah, it was kind of cool. I don't think like I will definitely continue testing it for sure, but I don't think that what I like the 2 leagues that I played today. I'm not gonna go run in to like order like my 3 Okos from TCG Player right now. You know, it's just a good card, but it doesn't seem like it swings matchups that were bad. Like we still lost to Infect. Again, after all, it's just a sorcery speed answer. We just lost to Infect anyway. And like if we had access to this member, we would have been in much better shape against Infect than with Oko. So like it's even that. How do I feel about Karn versus Oko? That's a good question, and that was kind of like what inspired today's stream to begin with, right? It's like the fact that I've been playing with like Karn, and I've been liking it a fair amount, and then like okay, so what if where I'm playing 3 Karns, I'm just playing like a couple of Okos instead, and that allows me to make room for the 29th land and like all sorts of like good things that kind of don't really work with Karn. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure that this is better. Like for example, if we had Karn instead of Oko against the PO deck today, Karn would have probably just been better than Oko was, because it just stops my opponent's engine like on its face. It's just like it's over, like boom, just don't, you can't do anything anymore. It could have minus for explosives when I really needed that explosives in that turn, if you remember. So like Karn is definitely like nuts in some matchups. However, Karn would have been significantly worse in the matchup that I played against Death Shadow, right? Like the fact that Oko was 3 mana versus Karn's 4, and I was able to bait my opponent's Stubborn Denial and resolve the Oko that just took over the game by itself. Of course, Oko is significantly better in that situation. It also plays around Disdainful Stroke, which Karn does not, and that kind of stuff. So there's definitely something to be said for Oko as well. Now, I don't think that we are a good Oko deck. I think that's the difference. Like, good Oko decks can play it reliably on turn 2. We can't. There's no way that we can accommodate our mana base to make it. Like, basically, without AmuLIT, we need to draw like one of our ETB untap blue sources, one of our scouts, and like 2 more untap lands and stuff. It's very unlikely, right? Like, we have so many moving pieces because our deck is about something else. Our deck is not about playing Oko on turn 2. Our deck is about playing Primeval Titan on turn 3 or 4. So they require different things. So that's why I'm saying that we are not playing a good Oko deck. It's just like it's a card that's good that we can cast, not ahead of schedule, just on schedule. But like the card is just like so absurdly powerful that it's just good enough when cast even behind schedule. It just catches you up anyway. So it's kind of interesting. I'll certainly do some more streaming with a list like this. I think I liked my configuration. So I mean, I could see adding a third dismember. That's like the only thing that I could see trying out. Walker NJ25 with that new subscription. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Primetime Stronghold, Walker. Enjoy your emotes. And to access the Cyber Guide, you need to join my Discord. And then link your Twitch to your Discord account, and you get access to it within like a couple of hours. But yeah, thank you so much for the support, Walker. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I will be back tomorrow. I will be back. I don't think there's gonna be downtime tomorrow, so I will be back at the usual time of 11 a.m. PST. And I will probably stream something not AmuLIT. I could see doing something like Eldrazi. I actually kind of really like this Eldrazi deck. It was actually fun. I just really enjoy casting the other Deep Fiends. I could also see doing like Eldrazi-tron. I can just like copy one of Yama's list and try that out. I'll see. I'll see what I'm feeling tomorrow, unless somebody wants to make a donation or something and they choose for me. But but I will for sure play something not AmuLIT tomorrow, and then I probably will be back with AmuLIT on Wednesday or Thursday. But yeah, thank you so much. If you're watching YouTube, thank you, and make sure you hit that like and subscribe buttons. And I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.